Get everything together. Just started going live on YouTube. You guys know how it works.
You did it. Good. Is it working? Think so.
You didn't like me. It's fine. I did.
Welcome to Meet the Plug, my people. My boy running just a little tab behind, but we're gonna get started anyway. Welcome to Meet the Plug, brought to you by BOE Nation Corp. We are just getting started. We are basically tonight's episode is pretty dope, man. As soon as he gets on, y'all gonna be really enlightened. This is for all the entrepreneurs, the business owners, those that are trying to get to the bag in other ways. Right now, today, we're talking about getting to that digital bag. If we have digital products, if we have services, if we have, let me see, pretty much anything you could think of, right? That's pretty much everything. Right now, I have this new snack company coming in, so I'm fully locked in on this gentleman's program. I'm super locked in. I'm learning how to do ClickFunnels myself directly, so this way I could troubleshoot all the mentees, and if anything would go left, they wouldn't have too much of a problem having it fixed on the spot. Because I feel like at the end of the day, you have to be a jack of all trades when you're choosing to create a community that literally is basically business acquisitions. We pretty much understand OPM to the degree that it becomes actual business in a box, because I have literally maybe 12 is when we do drop, it's going to be about 15 different businesses that's going to be available to anybody pretty much. And we're just going to learn how to create our credit report to build the best possible credit report to get the highest amount of funding from the best actual banks. So this way we have the lowest possible interest to create the best possible profit. So, and then understanding tax deferred business to, there is no, to me in America, there's no real tax exempt, it's always tax deferred. So, and understanding that and be able to, literally substitute, not substitute, but use one for the other and live a happier life. That's more profitable, especially when we're talking about these policies, these whole life policies and IULs, and being able to put them together correctly. That's the thing. You just text me right now. Cool. So, it's a lot of information, man. It's a lot of information that we go through. We learn a lot of things in the community, but the idea is always to gain more knowledge. That's really it. One second. Oh man. But it's always gonna be something new, man. It's always gonna be something new. We're gonna have another opportunity to figure out another way to the bag. Because really I think that's anything and everything. I know you guys could agree. One second. Make sure I got this right. Wait, I don't know why is it saying that. That's strange. Computers be glitching. There we go.
Woo! Evolutionary minds. Let's get it.
It's good.
It's goody.
Welcome to Meet the Plug, my boy. Welcome to Meet the Plug. A plug in a plug room is a lot of currency. You heard? When
You
two plugs
did.
in the room, it's a lot of currency.
Woo.
So I'm gonna I'm just we're gonna start off real quick, real easy. The idea, bro, is we want to know about pretty much Darrell and how Darrell is bringing all this game to the to the community. I just basically got off of yours.
Yeah.
I'm in your program, learning the funnel game, understanding the funnel game, and it's just totally different. And I want to know like what got I kind of know already what got you started, but let or at least a part of it. But let the people know what got you started in actual marketing in general. Like from what I see, you got a lineage of it. But how did you get started?
Absolutely, bro. Man, just like everybody else, well, not everybody else, but I'm not sure if a lot of people been on here and they tried something, they failed, right? They got discouraged, they felt beat up, they put their head down, and they really wanted to give up. That was me, right? I started when I was working in corporate America. I started a side hustle. The side hustle grew into what I thought was a business on Amazon, selling physical products. And I didn't have a mentor. Right? I thought I was smart. I was one of those people that I was too smart for my own good. Pride comes before the fall, right? I quit my job. I thought I was really making money. I was making what was it 20 to 25,000 a month gross revenue, that is, right? That was before product costs, before refunds, before everything, right? So lo and behold, what I didn't realize is that I was over leveraged, not respecting OPM. I was using it, but I wasn't respecting it. There's a difference, right? I didn't
That's
respect it.
that's not
You know what I
good,
mean?
brother.
You
That's
know what I
not
mean?
good, my brother. That's not
Absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? I didn't treat the plug well, right? But I wasn't in the right headspace for it. But so I wound up selling on Amazon. I realized quickly that I was over leveraged, right? Using OPM. And I legitimately kind of fell flat on my face, right? But one of the things that really saved me, well, I like to say, I was going for a ride, right? And I used to wrestle. And one of the things that my coach told me, right, was if you ever watch wrestling, not like the WWE, but
Now we talking about high school wrestling. Okay.
high school wrestling, right? So it's a certain point of time. Sometimes a person might get up under you and what they might take you for that ride, right? So if you ever go for that ride, my coach always told me, hey, Darrell, if a person get up under you and you take you for that ride, it's nothing you can do, right? At that point in time, your thought process should be, when I hit this ground, I already got my move planned out, right? So when I fell, or when life took me for that ride, bro, I legitimately, I felt bad for myself. I gave myself a day. I'm like, ooh, let me get it. But when life took me for that ride, bro, I knew as soon as I hit that ground, I immediately had to get my mind right. I immediately had to say, look, I'm not going back to corporate America. This is what I'm gonna do. And I hopped in the vehicle. I didn't even have a car, right? Me and my fiance, we shared a car. I wound up doing Lyft because I knew that if I'm in a car, I can turn my car into a university. And whatever I wanted to learn, right? I was going to get 40, bro, in a week time span. I'm trying, I was in a car sometimes 8, 9 hours, 7 days a week. You feel me? So let's just give or take. I'm in a car for 10 hours a day. I'm getting 70 hours worth of information. You know how long that takes somebody to get that type of information? Bro, I'm getting marketing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I was hungry. I'm hungry. Like, yo, okay, how can I make money online? All right, I did the Amazon thing. I messed up. Where did I mess up? The reason I messed up is because I didn't respect OPM, and I'm selling these physical products and they come with the margin. Not only did I have to feed Amazon, they was getting a chunk out of my, you know what I mean? They was getting something. Yeah, I'm serving on their block. I gotta pay them something. I gotta pay the plug. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
by the time I looked up, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm either hustling for free or I'm giving my money out. Good to see. It's gonna be absolutely. So when I realized that the physical product game, that wasn't for me. But during those 70 hours, I've discovered that the online space was more than just selling physical products on Amazon, Shopify. I learned that, you can sell digital products, right? And you can get a 90% margin, 95% margin, right? Where I'm only paying merchant fees. That's like 2% and some change. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's you know what I'm saying? The for me, the risk, it was less risk. I only paid, I got paid once the person actually purchased my product. And most of the time, okay, if they return the product, it wasn't physical, it was digital. It's an unlimited supply. I don't have to go to a wholesaler and buy 100 items of this. I ain't gotta go overseas, you know what I'm saying, and order 200 items, right? I'm ordering these items with expectation that they would sell. Doesn't even mean that they're
Absolutely.
gonna sell. I done lost a couple $1,000 trying to import shit from China with no mentor, and the shit didn't even sell, right?
Absolutely.
But with the digital space, bro, with the digital space, the shit is so lovely because I can create money out of thin air. That
Every
shit
day.
is powerful. That shit is
Every day.
powerful, bro.
Yes,
This
sir.
right here, this right here, right? This is a product. We give game, we give value, right? We can go sell this product 7, 14, 21, 97, whatever the value that we feel like it has, right?
Absolutely.
And that
Absolutely.
was so, bro, that's so powerful because when a person can make money out of thin air, you don't gotta depend on them folks. You feel me? You ain't gotta depend on you can serve. Hey, look, I did this, right? This has a lot of value. It's teaching you how to do something. If you want to learn this, it's $27. If you don't want to learn it and you want me to do it for you, this the ticket. You feel me? So like, you can really create stuff out of thin air, right? Um, you can start to use Loom. You can make how-to videos. People don't realize, yo, if you go on YouTube right now, they have whole courses on YouTube, right? People pay for organization of information. You can go on YouTube and say, okay, well, people want to learn how to delete collections, but it's the information is everywhere. I've seen people start up a membership site. All they did was gather all the YouTube information and put it in an organized fashion. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Bam. People pay for that. And you created that with an idea, some know-how, and you created out of thin air, bro. You know what I mean? Like literally, you can take this phone, you can get a whiteboard, and you can say, okay, hey, if a person is having issues or need a problem solved, you can solve that problem on a whiteboard and charge people money for it. Money out of thin air, right?
Serious. It's really
It's
that
crazy.
easy too.
Is
That's
that
the
is
crazy part.
but the thing about it is people don't realize. They say, I don't know, I'm not sure how many it is, but they say it's the 6 inches between your eyes, right? Your brain, your belief system. That's the hardest thing to change. And every single
Mm.
day that I wake up, I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, how can I change my beliefs to mirror and be in alignment with the shit that I want in life? The only difference between me right now, right, and a 7-figure, 8-figure business owner is the beliefs and how they operate. How can I change my beliefs and be in alignment with how they operate? Because eventually, you
Question.
feel me? Eventually, if you operate like they operate, you're gonna get there. The shit is mathematical, the shit is formulaic. Now, am I saying you're gonna be an 8-figure earner? No, because it takes more than just, okay, um, you need to start this type of business, right? But if you operate on that wave and you understand systems, processes, you understand that at a certain point in your journey, you had to go from solopreneur and hustler, right, to now you the business owner, you're the CEO. So who can I delegate this to, right? You can't at a certain level, right? If you're a solopreneur, in order for you to get to that next level, you're gonna have to get a team, right? But that's beliefs. Because if you don't believe that you can be a CEO, then you're not going to put yourself in alignment for that assignment, right? And for the longest, even myself, I was like, man, I just want to be a solopreneur. I just try and make 10, maybe make my little 10 or 20 piece a month, 20 on a good month. I'm cool with that, right? But then I said, okay, well, no, like 20 on a good month is not cool with me no more. You know what I mean? I need 100 on a good month. I need 200 on a good month, right? I need to think bigger. I need to think faster. I need to align my beliefs with people that already believe what I want to believe, right?
We must be
Environment
abundant,
is powerful.
abundant, bro. We must be
Abundant.
abundant, and that's just all you're doing.
That's it.
You're
That's
showing
it.
what it is to be abundant, bro. And not just
Absolutely.
accept anything. You know what I'm
That's it.
saying?
That's
Not to
it.
cut you, I apologize.
No, you're right, bro. You must be abundant, right? And this is one thing, and and so all right, so early on when I started my journey, right, I used to hear people talking about mindset, right? And I'd be like, yo, ain't that much goddamn mindset in the world. It is. It really is, because your mindset will be the determining factor on your actions, right? If a person says, hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z in order to be successful, right? If they say, hey, you need to go live, hey, you need to talk about your business, hey, you need to put out content. If you have a mindset that's not in alignment with those things, you know what you need to do, but you ain't gonna do the shit. Because it's mindset, right? I talked about it earlier. Carol Dweck, you need to have a growth mindset. You have to be willing. He who is willing to fail and fail often will be further than the next person. And once you take that and internalize it, that's why, bro, I'm not scared to quote unquote fail. I look at this shit like a lab. I look at everything like a lab, so it's no failing. It's a hypothesis, it's a testing of my hypothesis, and it's a reviewing of what I thought was happening. I collect the data, I review the data, and then I do the shit again. It's a cycle. And if people can internalize that, they 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 uh they remove the result from them. You are not the result, right? You got to disconnect. People like, oh, if I fail, I'm a failure. No, this shit just how you hypothesized it, it didn't work out at that point in time. Go back to the board, review it, okay, and try it again. So many times school has indoctrinated us to think, yo, I failed the test. No, you okay, quote unquote fail. You didn't get the answer right. All right, let's go back. What did you do wrong? Right? In the real world, that's the way the game is played. If you look at millionaires, you look at billionaires, you study them, you look at 6-figure earners, you look at 7-figure earners, right? They have failed their way to success. They were not, at some point in time during their journey, they had to legitimately say, I used to believe this. In order to get to 7 figures, I have to shed like a snake, I have to shed my 5-figure beliefs. I have to shed my 6-figure beliefs, because those beliefs will only get me to 5 figures. Those beliefs will only get me to 6 figures. These new beliefs, these new actions will get me to 7. Right? And got facts here. They fell several times and got back up. I literally, and I share this with people all the time, bro. I literally watched one of my guys. We have, grown a relationship, but I watched my guy. He only been in the online space for 5 months. 5 months, bro. I watched my guy start from zero goose egg followers, but his fucking belief was relentless. He did everything his mentor told him. Hey, go live every day. Done. Put out content every day. Done. Have your first masterclass. Done. He fucking sucked. He sucked his first few times. He was scared. Right? But he did everything his mentor told him. He failed. He stumbled. He fell. Right? Stumbled into his first 10K month online. Stumbled into his first 40K month online. Boom, he cracked the 100K month online in 5 months. That only comes from taking your beliefs and aligning it with someone who believes bigger than what you used to believe, and then shutting the fuck up and doing the work. Right? No matter if you're scared, whatever. It's nothing wrong with being scared. It's nothing wrong with fear. We naturally supposed to have fear. That's our brain saying, hey, look, there is potential danger ahead of us. Potential danger comes from, I'm unsure, right? I haven't been through this situation. This is unknown. Be weary, be leery. But in these days, none of this stuff is going to kill us. If we go online in public and put out content, it ain't going to kill you. If we have a masterclass and we suck and nobody buy our product, at the end of the day, it's not going to kill us. If you disconnect who you are from what you do, right, or the results, then you can really get into seeing what, like really see, okay, how did I play? How did I play this game? What could I work on this game? Right? But yeah, everybody needs a mentor, man. Everybody needs a mentor. Everybody in 2023, if you want to, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, we can. You like
Yeah,
muted yourself. I don't know.
my bad.
All right,
If you want to do, somebody was calling me.
cool.
If you want to do bigger, you want to move bigger, right? You want to grow exponentially faster, then you have to fail exponentially faster. It's a success cycle. He who goes through the cycle more times is going to win, right? And we talked about that earlier. So that's the key. That is the key.
No, that's a fact. You said a lot just now. You know what I mean? Like you really dropped a lot of gems at one time. You hit them with a few bars.
I'm just being honest. I'm giving
It's true.
I'm giving motherfuckers, oh, excuse my language. Sometimes I get amped up, man. I be talking because you know what I mean? Like, because I'm
You
talking
know,
to you
that's
like, you
good.
know what I mean? Like my dog, like, Nick, like, bro, we
That's a
gotta get
fact.
this, you know what I mean? We gotta get this bag. But yeah, man, like, I'm telling people the real. You can still fall, but you can also learn from your mental experience. True. I'm just telling people what I wish I would have told myself 2 and 3 years ago, right?
That's a fact.
I'm like, yo, I'm the guy that's in the back. Oh, Darrell, you the guy that's in the back. No, bro. You don't have to be the guy in the back, bro. You don't have to be the guy in the back. All you gotta do is change your beliefs. That's it. All you gotta do is change your beliefs and be willing to some people to look like, oh, look at that person. Okay. I might stumble, I might fall in the beginning. If you look years down, you're gonna be a lot further. You feel me, Mike? Mike D up this joint. I don't know what Mike D eating, but like bro got a sub.
Yeah, that's a fact. My boy on a quick little 15-minute hustling with the
You know what
antiques.
I mean?
Word up.
Nah, man, but yeah, bro. I'm telling you, everybody in here has the ability to get to where they want to go. And this is the one thing. Some people are too fucking smart for their own good. And the reason I'm saying this is because you have some people that think they smarter than their mentor. The people that I've seen succeed the fastest are the D students because they don't feel like they smarter than anybody. They taking the information and they applying it. You said do this, that's it. I'm gonna do what you said. I ain't gonna try to variate from the path. You said, yo, you said go to this page. You said put out this type of content, and that's what I did. Some people think they just too smart. Yeah, no, that's not gonna. Just do what the person say.
It's strange, bro. It's like, son, we got to keep in mind, with everything that we choose to do, like the fact that I've been in like maybe 7 rooms. I'm in like 7 different rooms at one time. I know people, bro, that spent hundreds of thousands, 500,000, you know what I'm saying, on mentorships. I mean, we know some people that deal with those kind of mentors at that level. And I see the value in mentors because to me, the real value of a mentor is somebody's going to teach you something to get to the bag that day.
Yeah,
Not somebody's going to teach you something that's going to get to the bag a little later because they want to beat you a mindset.
correct.
It's the difference now between understanding you must have the right mindset to get to the bag, and then some people beating you with mindset because they don't have nothing to teach your ass.
Correct.
So they don't know that, you realize it's not necessarily it doesn't have to be like school. I could literally just say, yo, guys, take this data point and how this is the data point that you need to be able to get this number here from this entity, this tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. I don't say direct names. I don't like, the reason why I don't like dropping too much gems on lives no more is because I'm giving you direct names from a direct bank. And I'm saying like this data point is going to work. Now, mind you, it works.
It works.
100% until it gets shot. You heard? It
Yeah.
works until they dry it up and everybody just abuses the hustle. So from there, what I'm explaining to people is one direct bank when that bank is owned by another company that has 7 to 8, 9, 10 banks. So instead of teaching you data points to one single bank, I could teach you data points to a group of banks and tell you where they report to this bureau or all the bureaus, or tell you that you know exactly what you need, bro, to get to that 20, 25 to $50,000 from that unit.
Right.
And then from there, now we pushing forward and we're doing it to the rest of them, bro. And then we know, well, some of us know, some of us don't. There's techniques to get 2, 3, 4 done at one time. You know what I'm saying? It's like just what I learned throughout life. But bro, I had to literally fund the first 5 people the wrong way and only get maybe 20. I mean, well, never that low, but get like maybe 80, you know what I'm saying, 60, 50, like as low as 40, bro. You know what I'm saying? On the whole thing. And it's because I was not taking the time to get the data points, to understand, to actually call the bank, sit on the phones, find out the right things to do, how to do it correctly. And then it takes experience, bro. Even on my last experience on funding just this past week, we did an excellent number to be continued, but we're already in 6 figures. But the idea is now, how do we, I made a mistake there too. So now you need repetition. Now you need repetition because you got to continuously make mistakes, like to the failing forward sequence. You got to be continuous with that mistake. So now I get it. People come here because in the beginning of the podcast, it was all about data points.
Yeah.
But now for me, it's about people like yourself, bro. Actual plugs, people that know how to do shit on the internet that others do not know how to do, or maybe just not doing it as well. Because if you look at the bread aisle, there's no such thing as oversaturation.
Correct.
If you go to the water aisle, there's no such thing as oversaturation. Those are just the brands that's doing it right to get into the plug, to get into the network, to be able to sell their products at a massive level. That's exactly what happened. You did not do that right. So now it's oversaturation. We gonna stop the bitch ass excuses.
Yep.
You know, being straight up. No disrespect, y'all. Please excuse my language to the ladies in the room. But it's just the reality of what's going on, man. There's a lot of us blocking each other, not knowing that we are our biggest op. We gotta step out of our way. My fault, D. Go ahead, bro.
No,
You
I
ain't
agree. I
off.
agree, bro. I agree 100%. I'm 100% with you. The easiest way that I've found to hop into a saturated market, right? Because all markets, all markets essentially what they say is all markets kind of like, what's that key term for it? I can't think of it off my head. Consolidate, right? But the easiest way for you to go into a saturated market is niching down, right? So if you sell water, right, how can you niche down into flavored water, right? How can you niche down into energy water? Still water, but it's niche, right? If you're doing credit, how can you niche down? If you're doing funding, how can you niche down? Funding for truckers, right? Ooh. Can you hear me, bro?
Good to go.
All right, it was somebody else on the front. Hey, yo, gotta go see Joseph. So like, but nah, nah. How can you niche down, right? So, if it's a saturated quote unquote, Trini was kicked
LD,
out. Yeah.
my fault, brother. I'm gonna go tuck my daughter in real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, y'all. Right. I said, ooh, somebody getting something out the bag of their throat. So yeah. But yeah, y'all. So if you in the industry and you feel like it's saturated, the fastest way you can gain notoriety, the fastest way that you can speak to your audience that you want to assist is by niching down, right? Then it's lab two facts. So if you look, right, a lot of times they like, yo, this is the first person to do X. This is the first person to climb Mount Everest, right? But then in order to niche down, they were like, yo, this is the first Black woman to climb Mount Everest with one leg, right? Right? So now they got notoriety and fame. But if you niche down in the service, hey, look, we help Black men, right? Or Black women, right? Or women with single parents. I know a lot of people in the credit repair space. We help single parents, single women, single mothers get their credit together, right? And get into their dream home. That's, you know what I mean? So like, yo, that's not saturated.
It's a super gem.
You see
That's
what I'm
a super
saying?
gem because it's funny because people forget that, you know, you can actually make a sub genre in any actual subject of business. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like you can break it all down, you know. Back to the old school, man. You break it all down, stretch it all out. You know what I'm
Stretch
saying?
it all out.
And make, you know, that's literally this, you know, everybody talks about this 7 to 11 streams of income to consistently stay in the millionaire bracket. Um, go to that, you know, I hear that all the time, but you don't have to have 7 or 11 different streams. You can have one actual subject and make 7 to 11 streams out of that. You know what I'm saying? Which is basically what, you know, I pretty much did, going from the credit space now to having evolutionary minds, the community, and doing businesses with credit cards, pretty much using that OPM, and now adding that business onto a business in a box structure, selling you the business with a .com, with a click funnel, with a go high level, you know, with a, you know, with a VA, you know, see what's her incorporation papers, EIN, your registered agent, your actual virtual office. You got everything set up in the box. And, you know, that's just for being a part of the community. So the idea is like, and then on top of that, by the way, you get taught you get all my ebooks, all my digital products for free. And you're taught literally how to keep your credit report at that status So this way that OPM never stops. And you're taught how to use the credit correctly to literally do everything step by step. So this is what that evolutionary minds is. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's about. And that's something that what I love about what Darrell does is it fits so perfect into what we do, because everything we do needs marketing, no matter what it is. Whether you opening a laundromat, learning how to do that with us, or you starting that satellite office, or whatever you choose, a credit repair automated company with the VAs down in the Grenadine Islands.
Yeah.
However else you want to do that, corporate leasing, Darrell literally can is showing us how to make a funnel for everything that we do. And then now, bro, what levels can you take those funnels? Like, how can you break it down, bro? Like, as you talk about up sales, down sales, things of that nature, can we break that part down?
Yeah, for sure, bro. And I like what you're doing. I like, Nip call it vertical, and it's called vertical integration. But a lot of people, heard Nipsey said through a song, he's like, I integrated vertically. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand, but that's how you can make a lot of money because, and I'm gonna get into the funnels, right? But I heard one of the guys, Alex Hormozy, who he owns Gym Launch. I think he sold that company for over 100 million. He talked about his neighbor. His neighbor owned a laundromat, right? And then he wound up blowing it up, making the laundry, it was like a big franchise, right? So he wound up selling it, sold the franchise, I don't know, probably 50 to 100 million, right? So he asked the neighbor, like, yo, okay, you sold your franchise, what's next? And the guy was like, well, as soon as the non-compete is up, I'm gonna open a new laundromat franchise. And he was like, wow. He said, my nigga, I made 50 million in that business. I already know that business. I'm gonna start another one and run it back up. Most people do not realize that you can make a lot of money in just one industry, one business, right? And I love what you said when you're talking about putting a business in a box, because for 2023, 2024, and the rest, that's where I'm thinking. I'm no longer thinking about how creating one-offs. Hey, yo, I got this side hustle. It ain't going to include me. If it cannot be systemized, put in a process, and the business can't be sold, I don't want a part of it. Right? From here on beyond, because my thinking has to be of a CEO. Right? And a CEO does not think, how can I get quick cash? A CEO says, okay, how can I build a cash flowing asset? And not only how can I build that cash flowing asset, who can I recruit to help me build that asset? We generate cash from that asset. And then at a later date, if I want to exit, I can exit for a multiple. Not only can you do that on a big scale, right? Like, the laundromat franchises, but let's bring it down to reality. You can go to flipper.com, right? You can buy and sell smaller businesses, literally like websites, right? You can buy and sell Shopify stores, right? So how can we create assets? It's just about the mentality, whatever scale, right? How can we buy and sell assets, create systems? You know what I mean? And I swear we're gonna go to funnels after this. But I had a close friend, and he, he was he's a hustler, right? And it was one winner. I'm always out. The drug game was never my thing. To thy own self be true. I knew that game was gritty. I knew it was some things in that game that if I played it, I would have to do. And I'm not that type of person, right? But one winner, it was me and bro. He always respected my stance as the straight, clean business guy, right? So he never got me involved in that. But he knew that, what I mean? I love making money. I'm a natural hustler, right? So it was one winner. He was like, yo, what was I selling? I think I was selling CDs or something like that, right? Around the way. He was like, yo, it's dope that you're selling CDs. But he was like, yo, I don't like to leave this game alone because I can sell the same product over and over and over and over and over again until I'm fucking rich. Right? And people forget you can get wealthy selling the same shit over and over and over again. People always try, oh, let me do this. Let me go to this lane. Let me go to that lane. Oh, if you perfect the lane that you in, if you perfect the product, the service that you offer, you can get wealthy selling it over and over and over again, sometimes to the same people. Apple, right? So let's get in this funnel game. But I just wanted people to understand that because this is some of the stuff that I was like, yo, I wish somebody would have just sat me down and broke this shit down to me like, yo, you know what I mean?
No,
Let's
no,
go
you
for a
feel it,
ride,
right?
bro. You know what I mean?
That's a
Like, yo,
fact.
let's go for a
That's a
ride.
fact.
You feel me? I wish I had a big brother. I wish I had a big brother that was getting to the bag and he had a slick Benz, you know what I mean? And he was like, you sell, you perfect the product. And he came to me and was like, bro, you know what I mean? Let's go for a ride. Let me give you the game, right? I'm treating y'all in that same manner, right? So when it comes to funnels, you have digital funnels, right? That's like the web pages, the process that you take someone through on the online web page, right? But you also have offline funnels, the process that you take someone that's not necessarily online. They both work. People have digital and offline funnels. I think I told you earlier, my uncle, he does the direct mail. He oversees all of the campaigns for BHG. They do offline to online funnels, right? So they send out direct mail. When a person receives that direct mail, right, then they go online and they go into their funnel, right? Typically, it's a quote for some sort of capital for their business or whatever, right? And then once they go there, they say, okay, boom, and they run them through their process. So everyone has a funnel, everyone has a process. If you do not know your process, you cannot flow your process. Meaning, if you don't know your process, if you don't know how people find you, how can you control the amount of revenue that you make? You can't. This shit is sporadic, right? But if I know that 90% of the people 90% of the people find me on Instagram, then I know, okay, let me focus and put content on Instagram so that way I can get people to come to me, right? That's a part of the funnel. You got to understand where people are finding you. You got to understand, okay, how many people are you putting your business in front of daily? That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing people have, and even me, right? Um, how can I put my business in front of more people, right? Ola, he blessed me and he said, hey, Darrell, you can put yourself in front of my audience, right? You can flame this audience, right? That's me putting myself in front of more people. But how can y'all put yourselves in front of more people? How can you put your business in front of more people, right? And when you figure that out, eventually it becomes a math equation. If you can have a solvable problem, right? If you can have a solvable problem in your business, you can do well. If you know X, X meaning, hey, if I put my business in front of 1,000 people, of that 1,000 people, right? 10%, 10 to 20%, but let's just say 10, right? 100 of those people will say, hey, I'm thinking about doing business with you. Out of those 100 people that's thinking about doing business with me, 10 to 20% will say, you know what? I am going to do business with you. That's a solvable problem. If I put my business in front of 1,000 people, 100 people will think about it. And out of that 100 people, 10 to 20 will say yes. Now, that's just, you know what I mean? That's not necessarily every business, but that's what you want to get your solvable problem to. Because once you understand a solvable problem, then you can turn the levers, right? Then you can say, okay, if 1,000 people, how can I get my business in front of 2,000 people? How can I get my business in front of 5,000 people, right? And then once you say, okay, well, all right, I got my business in front of these people. Okay, how can I work? How can I say, all right, instead of 10% of the people saying, I might want to do business with you, what can I do to squeeze out an extra 5%? Right? How can I get it from 10 to 12 or 12 to 15%? Right? And just that alone will increase your business. It's only 3 ways. That's what I learned from my mentor. There's only 3 ways to grow a business. New customers, which is the most costly way to grow a business, right? New customers. You get your existing customers to buy more times, right? Or you sell bigger ticket products. You get what I'm saying?
Okay,
Right?
okay.
So
Can we break down real quick, my fault, bro? Can we break down real quick on why it's so costly to go for new customers all the time?
just it's called, okay. This might not be how much, I don't know about, right before I got married, right? Everybody essentially goes on a courting spree, right? Like, oh, this is how I court this person, court that person. Bro, it's so costly in the beginning. I think Stephanie agreed too. Um, it's costly in the beginning of a relationship because you like, yo, let me get to know you. Let's go out. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Right? That that's just like your customer, right? They don't know you. They don't like you. They don't, you know what I'm saying? It's really costly to acquire new customers. But once they spent their money with you, right? Now, in order to sell them, in order to reach them, they on your email list, they on your text list. If you got them a result, you should be able to say, okay, hey, look, I got you a result here. I got another product that will get you a result here. Do you want it? Most of the time, they will. They will spend, as soon as a person spends money with you, I think it's like they're 10 times more likely to spend money with you because they already trust you, right? And then once they already trust you,
Plus,
they can spend money with you.
your product must do the job that you claim it's to do. We just want to
Correct.
make sure we let everybody know that as well. Please
Correct.
remember, the product must work. We're
Correct.
not out here selling fake rocks. We are really
Facts.
doing what we do. We are purity in its furthest. You heard? Like
You heard?
when I do something, it's the best quality. I'm not gonna play with the worst quality. I give the best possible product. So that has to be said as well. My fault, bro. Go ahead.
No, I agree. I agree. But that's the thing, right? If you don't have the best product, you're gonna quickly run out of business. But let me put a caveat. Let's put this caveat. You need, somebody can have a better product than you, but if you market your product better, then you will outsell that person in the short run. In the long term, in the marathon, motherfuckers get tired, right? The fake will, you know what I mean? When you cut that grass, the snakes will show, right? But in the short term, yes, the pet rock had its day. Facts. I heard. Yo, people really was selling pet rocks. That was I seen that on the marketing. I was looking up some marketing stuff, and that was a campaign that went crazy selling pet rocks. You know about that, right?
Nah, son, people
Yeah,
buying
yeah,
pet rocks like
bro. Yeah, bro. Check it out. If you really look at the pet rock, people was going crazy over a pet rock.
so
Yeah,
was it like a gem or was it like a real dead ass rock with a draw face on it or
it
something?
was a
Like was it
rock.
like
It was a rock that they I
what?
think they drew like something on it, but it was, I mean, I don't, uh, I forgot. It was just a rock though. That's the pet rock. Yeah, it was literally a rock. Like look it up. If you look it up, if you Google it, like pet rock, it really was a thing. Like they was
That's
selling pet
crazy.
rocks.
Yeah, it was
Yo, they
that kid.
selling
It
they
was
some
a black kid that was doing that.
word,
It was a black kid selling that. Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, people was buying pet rocks, bro. People buy
I mean,
anything. That's the thing.
I feel
People
like
buy
Chia
anything
Pets
with a good story.
had a better purpose. Because somebody wrote in the comments chia pets too, but I think chia pets grew into a plant, so they had like a little better purpose. A
Yeah,
pet rock? That's crazy. They ain't do it.
that's
All
a,
right, go ahead,
but
P.
you
My
gotta
fault.
think about it. That's a paper holder. That's a paper holder. Hold your papers in place.
All right, you found the purpose.
You feel me? To chia fast. No, fast, bro. But yeah, it's a lot easier. Because I don't know about when I look into my business and I say, okay, how can I grow my business? Essentially, I could go out and get new customers, which sometimes can be a headache, or I can take my existing customer base and serve them at a higher level, which is a lot easier. If you know your customers, then you can say, okay, look, you missing X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna help you get there. You feel me? So, but yeah,
Makes sense.
that's what I recommend everybody. I actually just hopped off a call yesterday, with a woman that's with a young lady. She's in the let's see, but she's in the credit repair space, and she was like, "Yo, I feel like my business is not growing, etc." I'm like, "Okay, it's only three ways to grow a business: new customers, existing customers buy more, or or also you sell them bigger ticketed items, right?" So I said, "Okay, how many people are you exposing your business to on a daily?" Not that many. Cool. That's strike number one, right? So for one, you don't have that much inflow of new blood. Okay. For your existing customers, how often are they buying from you? Well, they only buy from me one time. Okay, that's strike number two, right? So the easiest way to really turn a business up is like, yo, if you can go, believe it or not, like, yo, if you just go, if you do credit repair, whatever, if you have a CRM, send them a text message, send them an email. Hey, look, I know that we did this service for you. Hopefully it was fire. If you enjoyed it, we got something else for you that's even better, right? We got something else for you that's even better. Check it out here. Boom. They already did business with you. And if your service really was good, it's like, I'm gonna at least give you a chance. Like, what they got? Okay, let me see. Right?
Makes
Cool.
sense.
You know what I mean? So that way that's a campaign that you can run today. You can send out a text, you can send out an email. Hey, look, we got phenomenal results for you last time. This is a new program we rolling out. We wanted to give you the opportunity to get it first because we like you, we know you, you know us, we friends, right? This new program is going to be $1,000 when we roll it out to other people, but we want to offer you the opportunity first for $397, $497, right? And you can start getting money, like, you know what I mean? To that, you know what I mean? As soon as you roll it out, right? And then bigger
Absolutely.
ticketed products, bigger ticketed products. How can you get people to go to that next level?
That makes sense. That makes sense. And it's like you're basically saying any piece of movement that the business can offer, service or products, can literally be automated, broken down, to the extent like we'll use me for example. I have officially 26 episodes of Meet the Plug. 24 of them have literally guests as powerful as yourself. You know what I'm saying, bro? And literally in every single episode, there's a gem in that because I don't really repeat markets too much. Like having you on here, if somebody does what you do differently and something that's just like out of this world, like, yo, how did you do that? Then
Bring them
cool,
on.
hop on because you bringing something different to the same market. But if
Facts.
I'm meeting somebody and they, no crazy talk, like they learned from you,
Right.
it wouldn't make sense. It
Facts.
wouldn't add up. They're not bringing nothing different. We need to start looking at difference. That's the point of being the evolutionary and evolving. It's like you're bringing difference to
Correct.
something that's already done. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause once again, there's nothing new under the sun, right?
It's all about how it's done, son.
That's it. Facts. That's a fact. So the idea is now, how do we recreate the wheel without feeling like it was recreated? Because that's a lot of work. The wheel was a lot of work to create. So it's just, at the points, it's just making sure we paying attention to the hustle. We got people in this room that do credit repair besides myself. We got people in this room that's selling products, besides myself. At the end of the day, your service that you create on a daily basis is a service that's bringing those 7 to 11 different streams of income. And then once you really listen to him on the marketing aspect, it actually creates that 6 figures each time when it's supposed to. Not a no 30 days. We don't throw dreams out here. We're not into selling dreams. We into giving reality. It's a totally different world over here. So it's like, bro, I see when you talk about, I think the upsell and downsell thing, I did want to mention that. I mentioned it a little earlier, but what is a downsell?
Got you. So if you look at a traditional sales funnel, the way that I was taught, a person typically will buy a product, right? And then let's say everybody, I'm just guessing, right? That most people have took a flight before, right? If you flew through Southwest, Spirit, or some of those places, right? Typically, they work on a upsell, downsell type of sales funnel, right? Your ticket, typically with those airlines, your ticket is probably cheaper than another airline, right? That's that initial product to get you in the door. Once you're in the door, right, they try to upsell you on, hey, look, your bag is an upsell. If you want to bring this bag, that's considered an upsell or add, or add on, right? Now, typically in my world, if you say no to the upsell, what we'll do to maximize it is we'll offer you that same product at a cheaper price, because price is typically the reason someone does not buy, right? If price and value are in direct alignment, people don't buy, right? But if value is above price, then people buy. You get what I'm saying? So the only reason we buy things is because technically we would have purchased that same item if it was more, right? But there's other factors too, right? Such as environment. If I'm in a certain environment, then it's like, okay, if I want this item enough, I pay for it, right? In this environment. Now, outside of that environment, I wouldn't pay that price, right? But typically that's the way it works, right? You upsell a person something that's complementary to the initial product that they got. Typically, an upsell is, how can I get to my desired result faster, quicker, in an automated fashion, right? Or if you in a credit space, it's like, okay, yo, I'm gonna show you how to fix your credit, right? But what's next on the journey? Naturally, once people fix their credit, they want to go for funding. So I'm gonna show you how we actually use these cards, apply for cards, how we get personal funding, right? This is my personal funding ebook, the key to 100K in personal credit cards, right? And you put it for whatever price. Now, if a person says no, like, nah, I don't want that, cool. I offer that exact same thing. You see what I'm saying? That's like, I know you got kids, but I know my daughter like, yo, can we go to McDonald's? I'm like, nah. But like, can we go to McDonald's? I'm just like, shit. You know what I mean? It's normally on the second one, I'm just like, all right. And sometimes she might hit me with a third one. She might like fake walk off and be like, I am a little hungry. I'm just like, all right, man. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I ain't trying to hear
You gotta tell her you in the gym too much for that, man. Yeah, you gotta tell her you can't do it. You in the gym too much.
Well, they know I don't eat meat. I only eat. I'm more plant based. But you know, what I mean, what I eat and consume, they their own beings, right? So I can only do nothing, but I can just lead the path, right? As a man of the house, I'm not gonna force something on somebody. But for lack of better words, but yeah, that's the downsell, right? Just like, yo, you sure you don't want this? Like, if price was the only objection, right? Because something is better than nothing. If price is your only objection, then what I'll do is I'll spot you a couple times because I know you need this, right? That's what a downsell is. And a funnel can get deep, but essentially most funnels are upsell, downsell, and then at the end, on your funnel is your thank you page where you're saying, hey, look, congratulations on getting these products. Go through those products. Go through those products. They're going to get you the results. But this is one key thing that I do, and I teach all my clients to do it as well. Remember, we want to always have our customer journey, and we want to have our customer in mind. How can we serve them at another level, right? So it's like, okay, you got this book on credit. It's going to restore your credit. You got the funding. I'm going to show you how to get the funding, right? But once you get your credit, once you get the funding, have you ever thought about starting a business? Right? It's like, yo, okay, I actually teach people the chemical to keep them from turning brown. I believe it. I believe it. I ain't perfect, but yeah, I believe it. I believe they McDonald's and fast food. Every I don't want to get on the health rant but everything has preservatives in it. But yeah, so you want to think at the end, a certain percentage of customers will spend more money with you, right? So some of my customers will spend $20,000 with me. I just haven't created a $20,000 offer to offer them just yet, right? A certain percentage of people that do business with you are willing and able to spend 10x what they spent with you, right? As long as they see the value in the offer that you create for them, right? They ain't just gonna give you, 10x just for nothing, right? But if you have an offer that can offer them, hey, look, if you give me 3,000, right, I'm gonna put this in your business and it's gonna make you 30,000. People will do it. If you give me 20,000, I'm gonna put this in your business. It's gonna make you 200,000. Over time, it might not be immediately. People will do it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you have to bring the value to be able to get the outcome, right? So it's like, make sure basically what my boy is doing here, he's telling you what the numbers are to what you can receive from doing the right thing and having the right product, fixing the right opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, all we're doing is pretty much showing how to seize the time, and this is really the outcome of anything. It could be 100,000. You never know what you're gonna get. My first ever master class on personal credit, I gained a mentee and nice little bag. Second master class, nothing. And I thought I did great. I thought I got right to the point, did it within a good amount of time, but nothing came out of that. So it's like, it's always hit or miss when you choose to do any service in a digital space. Obviously, you're gonna have products and you're gonna have processes and you're gonna have services, right? Because really, these ebooks for me are like selling processes. You know what I'm saying? This is my process to take off inquiries. This is my process to clean credit, personal business. This is my process to structure the fund. That's pretty much it. And I think with everybody in this room, whether you have something online or not, I think you need to understand that you have a process. And that process makes you money. That's where you can increase that value by using the funnels. You know what I'm saying? And putting that process on a, like my brother Bruce, for example, he a truck driver. Homie but he had the bread truck too. That's a lower hanging fruit. He could teach y'all how to run the bread truck run. Because he's done both and he's made bags on both. It's not like, it's not like he's out of business and certain one left. And then, we always gotta be careful too, because there's people like that online. They hustle died on them. And they ain't even hit. You know what I'm saying? Like they never got to the bag, but they renting cars, they selling lifestyle. I'm not a hater, to each their own. You selling lifestyle, and they mind they selling motivation, but in reality, they selling fraudulent lies. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird like that. But brothers like myself and like yourself, D, and and many others that we have, we really trying to give the actual knowledge it takes to grow. I'm not teaching about wealth. I'm not teaching about financial freedom, yes, because I could say that I'm free. I've had a job in over 10 years. And before that, obviously, it was a mix of everything. But when we talk about having to go back into doing anything illegal or wrong? Hell no. Why? There's no purpose for it. You know, life has changed. And
Yeah.
I know life has changed. So I'm helping people understand that we're not pushing nonsense. We're just trying to get the understanding to the masses. So this way now, this is how we all grow, because the way that we all caught on to ignorance, and some of us dealt with ignorance our whole life and practiced it so much for year after year after year, is the same way we can practice positivity and understanding
Right.
this game.
Yeah.
You know, that's really it.
Facts. No, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree, man. That's believe it or not, right? Like when I came into this online space, if a person, most people, right? Let's be honest. You can make more teaching what you do than what you actually do, right? And the reason
Right.
being is
Internet don't
because
close.
facts. You know what I'm saying? The internet does not close. The internet does not close. There's new people coming onto the internet every day, right? Like just imagine, when did you really start being online, Ola?
Months ago,
What you said?
4 months ago.
Four
Like
months
I'll
ago?
post it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll post things, but my first live and my first ever speaking on some, on somebody live was
Mhm.
4 months ago. But I've been doing a podcast for about 8 months.
Got you. So when I really, I mean, of course, I know about I've been on the online, like space and making money here and there, right? For about shit, about 4 to 6 years. The reason I say 4 to 6, because a portion of those years I was working at JP Morgan Chase, but I was still like selling stuff on eBay and all this, right? So back then, you wasn't online, bro. But I thought every fucking body was online.
Mm.
You feel me? 1 year ago, you weren't posting and stuff like that. You was in a different world. I thought every fucking body was online. Today, right? I'm like, everybody not online.
Word up.
You
Word
feel
up.
me? So it's always new people coming on. Every day is no telling. Tomorrow, tonight, somebody might be working a job and they manager might piss them the freak off. And then they go through the route. Okay, how do I make money online? That's a new person online, right? So how do I make money online, or how do I make money? Right? It's multiple vehicles that will get you to make money. Right? Some people might hop into Turo. Some people might hop into Shopify. Some people might, absolutely. Some people might do this. Some people might do that. Right? So it's infinite. You can make infinite returns on teaching what you do. Because also when you teach what you do, right, the margins are a lot higher. Right? So yeah, bro. Yeah, that's I encourage everybody, like, yo, it don't hurt to create a course. It just in the beginning to take time, right? But create the course. It's there. Tell people, hey, look, this is what I do. Show your expertise, right? And then eventually people will gravitate towards you over time. It's always a percentage of people that will just spend money with you just because they have an affinity, right? Certain people won't spend money with you, like right from the Bronx. It's my guy. I'm gonna spend money with you. Just from that, right? I had people spend money with me, like, bro, like, you know what I mean? It was between you and this other person. I felt like y'all had similar information, but I rock with you just because you from Baltimore. Or I rock with you just because you young and you black, right? Or I rock with you just because of this, right?
That's a
Whatever
fact.
that this affinity is, right?
That's
So
a fact. It's like
but
my
yeah, bro.
people remember though. Why do you think people put black owned business,
Correct.
Tahino owned business,
Correct.
whatever, like he says, whatever the subject matter is, it's promoted because people like to. Sometimes I see play with heartstrings, But
Correct.
then sometimes wants you to understand, and also I've met business owners that do that to let you know, we here. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, you don't always have to shop with everyone else. Because I mean, let's just be real. The biggest brands that's out right now, they're not ran by us. Anybody that looks like me or Darrell, or even Joe or Bruce or my dog Drew or Rico, like don't look like none of us. You heard? So, and the main reason why is because the education that we have today and the knowledge that we have access to today only came recently. That knowledge wasn't out here. You know what I'm saying? And if it was in very select groups. The
Correct.
internet came and blew everything up.
Yeah.
Now we have opportunities to grow. We have opportunities to really make everything work. And I'm not the kind of guy that really care about race because I grew up, around Italians too. And guess what? The Albanians and the Italians weren't rich. They were broke with me with the same big, thick ass food stamp pad with the colorful rainbow money. You know what I'm saying? Like the embarrassment pad. You heard? Like it was embarrassing until you got that hero, until you got them chips, until you got that chopped cheese, until you had dinner that night. You heard? So they were using it with me. So for me, it's always about classism. Where do you want to be tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? That's facts. You already know, preacher. You know what I mean? But the idea is where do you want to be tomorrow? What class do you want to be in tomorrow?
Man,
that's why the room is so important. I became a member of Darrell's program because at the end of the day, his room to me is important to my success in reaching more people to teach them on how OPM is a sponsorship to their literal future. Because I'm teaching them how to get either passive or residual income. Because everything that I have in there, literally everything, can be ran by a team without them having to physically run it. But you need money for that. How do you get money from that when you don't want to use your own money? You fix your credit. How do you do that? I got you. And then on top of that, we have all the facts with the business. It's like dealing with a complete one-stop shop is what we're trying to do. And it's just easier that way. So this way you go ahead, hit your 6 figures in 3 or 4 different subjects in a very short amount of time. Let's say the longest in a year. What can 300,000 do for you? What can 100,000 do for you? When in reality, you wasn't getting that punching that clock. And if you was getting it punching that clock, I guarantee you missed some days with your kids.
Yeah.
You miss some days with your family. It's like, for me, it just matters. Things like this matter. So this is what I want everybody to understand where the value is at. That's pretty much it.
No, that's facts, bro. That's facts. Everybody got it in them, man. Everybody got it in them. It's only
Everybody does.
it's abundance mindset. They printing money every day. You know what I mean? People literally paying for, dumb not always dumb stuff to me, but to them people spend money on you know what I'm pretty sure you've met it. Mont Blanc pen. Who would have thought, bro? Hundreds of dollars for a pen. You know what I mean? Like people spend money on, bro. People they got it to a point where you can buy a roller coaster for your backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, yo, it's abundance of money out here, right? Like people spending $5,500 on a cardigan. Abundance of money. It's just your paradigm. Your paradigm has to shift. You know
It is. It is. It is. I can't kidnap you the whole night. Does anybody have any questions for the brother about, what exactly he does and, what he's doing right now? So this way, you can use it for your everyday life. If anybody got any questions, man, feel free to unmute,
Yeah.
and
Damn, I'm gonna lose my voice a little bit. I might need to drink
word
something.
up. Now, did he give the game that greatly to where there's no questions, no concerns?
I think the
I'm saying
biggest takeaway tonight is just make sure you change your mindset. I mean, the funnels, right? Like the funnels, I can we can go on funnels. You can YouTube funnels, you know what I mean? You can Google funnels, right? But the biggest thing is being open, receptive to failing. I could tell you how to run the play.
Yeah.
I literally gave you a play, right? Like, yo, if you have an existing business, send out a text message and an email to customers that you've already served, offering them something else for them to buy. The 3 ways to grow a business: new customers, getting your existing customers to buy more often, right? As well as getting your new or existing customers to buy bigger ticketed items. And it's easier, infinitely easier to sell to a happy customer than it is to sell to someone completely new. So
Fact.
that's it.
That's a
That's it.
fact. That is definitely a fact. Well, brother, I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Like I said, definitely not kidnapping today. So if you want to please drop your social media in there. Just say somebody that don't got it, could have it. Pretty
Yeah.
sure there's maybe 1 or 2 people in the room that don't got that.
No doubt, no doubt.
It's definitely, yo, y'all. And listen, man, you guys want Joe to follow you. Let me tell you that. I gotta go see Joe. You want that man to follow you for sure. Good supportive brother, man.
Facts.
Real supportive, real team player. You heard? Real team player. Big shout out to you, bro. My people, it was a great night. We kind of short today. But Darrell, good looking, bro. Thanks for
I
coming
appreciate
by.
you, bro.
And
Absolutely.
we'll be getting back at it. D, I'm gonna be hollering at you tomorrow. You heard, bro?
And this has been another episode of Evolutionary Minds.
I already
Nah,
know,
I
man.
had fun, bro. I
Appreciate y'all.
appreciate each and every one of y'all. Please, y'all, run the play, understand marketing, and do not be afraid to go through that success cycle. The success cycle. Hypothesize. Run the play, right? And then once you run the play, evaluate how did you perform, and then keep going. And you'll mess around and stumble into your first 20K, your first 30K, or your next 100K month. So, all right, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Appreciate you a lot.
You ready, my boy? Peace. Yo, y'all be safe, man. Have a good night. Storm, my